And we're back. What's up, guys? It's Andy with MrAndyBuysHouses.com, and I'm here again with Nancy Wasdin from Wasdin Law Group here out of Alpharetta, real estate closing attorney. Everybody's using her lately these days. I've always been using her as well too. But today's video has to do with do-it-yourself deeds, right? Quick claim deeds.
Yes.
Buying them off of Amazon or Staples to avoid a $200-300 attorney fee. It's the worst mistake. Do not do that. Nancy's here to explain why. Tell us why, Nancy.
I call them DIY deeds,
Yeah.
and they create more problems than they even are attempting to solve.
Right.
And what people do is they will go and get one of those DIY Amazon Staples.
Okay, yeah.
And oftentimes, the way the deed is signed matters so much here in Georgia.
Yeah,
the
absolutely.
language really matters.
Absolutely.
So when you take it somewhere to a notary or you try to get it done, they'll have the wrong language for the notary
Yeah,
block,
yeah.
or they'll have a family member, and sometimes even one of the parties witness it.
Yeah.
You can't do that if you're
Yeah. Hey, I've seen it. I've seen it.
yeah. And so then we have a deed that's void on its face, and we need to get it redone.
Right.
And usually the reason they're doing that is because that person is going out of their life for some reason. So having to connect with them again and have them re-sign another deed can
Right.
be very difficult.
Can be very difficult. So if you're trying to sell a house and you're either passing the property from you to a family member or you to somebody else without going through an attorney, maybe no title search or not, don't do that. Don't do that. You don't have to sell me a house. You don't have to go through Nancy Wasdin, but get an attorney that will show you and guide you in the correct paperwork, because you're right. The lingo, I've noticed that the lingo from California is different for Georgia.
Yes.
And ask me how I know, because I did a mail away and they went and used a notary over there, and that notary did not realize that the papers were being sent back to Georgia. And we had to go back and send another FedEx with Georgia paperwork. So I completely understand. What do you say about fraudulent deeds? What is that? What is that? Because I've been seeing that. I'm going through an experience like that, which I'll share with you guys in a little bit. But what do you can say about the fraudulent deed? How does that come about? And can a family member who's trying to sell a property under a fraudulent deed, if it gets discovered, can they get in trouble?
Well, anytime you use the word fraud, somebody can get in trouble.
Of course,
Absolutely.
I believe that.
And the language and the reason we want the deed executed properly and with the proper language on
Yeah.
it is for that exact reason. We're trying to avoid fraud.
Of course.
We don't want somebody forging anyone's signature
Yeah.
and robbing them of their interest in a property.
Absolutely.
So if it's discovered that
Yeah.
there is a wild fraudulent deed, you have a way to compare their signatures, or you have the purported grantor saying,
Right.
I didn't sign that.
Right.
That absolutely is going to mess up a closing
Absolutely.
and give rise to perhaps more legal action.
Yeah, it's crazy because right now there's that deal that I have with you at East Atlanta, where it was a 5-day close. Then there's this deed that pops up. A family member signed something for the deceased, and the heirs found out, like, we've never signed it. We're the heirs, the executors of the estate, which, she's very familiarized with that. And we're stuck. So now there may be legal action for that family member. I don't know. I'm not the other attorney for the family handling that. But guys, be safe. If you're trying to sell a house and you don't know what to do, contact Nancy. If you want to sell a house in Atlanta, contact me on buying houses. But anyhow, I really appreciate you guys. Stay tuned for the next video. The other one is about pre-foreclosures. It's gonna be bomb. And if you are in pre-foreclosure, or somebody's in pre-foreclosure, share this video, share the next video, as a matter of fact. Find it in the list, and we'll see you soon.